to phase 1 of Mire, Learn Korean in 40 Days. And this phase is all about answering the question, why should I learn Korean, or why learn Korean? And before we get started, I'd like to read just a few words from our true parents. When you enter heaven, if being able to speak the language of the homeland is one of the requisites, what are you going to do? True Father. In Korean, we have a saying, to kill two birds with one stone. If you learn and master the Korean language, you will find the most simple and effective way to accomplish a double goal. 1. By learning Korean, you can study and learn true parents' words directly. And 2. That is a shortcut to becoming a filial son and daughter to true parents. Raise your hand if you agree. Since you are bright and young, I feel able to have hope in you. True Mother. So I think we've all asked the question, why should I learn Korean? And for me personally, I found 4 solid reasons why I need to study Korean and why it's so important for us to learn it. 1, it gives us clear thinking. I found that when we study a language, it raises our awareness of our own thoughts and perspectives, as well as those of others. Before I studied Korean in Korea, I had no interest in the lives of Korean people or culture, and in fact, I really didn't care about them at all. But I became aware of their cultural existence everywhere around me because I had a gateway through the Korean language, through their language. Now I think Korean culture is just awesome. And they know how to live for the sake of others and each other with the utmost respect for their country, culture, and heritage. Number 2, understand culture. To me, language and culture are one and the same thing. They're inseparable and essential to each other. And with that said, it's impossible to fully understand a culture without fully understanding the language as well. If you don't believe me, then try going to Korea or another country and live with an only English-speaking family for 1 year. Then come back and tell me how much Korean that you learned in that 1 year about Korean culture and Korean language. It's impossible. Number 3, develop a global mindset. We develop an instant connection with someone when we bridge the language gap. Imagine 2 enemy nations learning each other's language and culture. True Father believed that this concept was to be the cornerstone for establishing lasting world peace. And finally, number 4, understand the language of true parents. In a way, we are not trying to learn Korean per se. The plan is to learn the language of true parents. Meaning, we have to learn a profoundly different new set of words that are not commonly used in everyday context. The vocabulary that true parents use is one that even the average Korean speaker would have difficulty understanding. It's rich with a mixture of newly invented words like hundoke or chanilguk and meaningful expressions. In addition, no matter how the translation of true parents' speeches are from Korean to English or another language, no matter how they're phrased, the translation never sounds as fruitful or as truth-bearing as the original language. Whenever true parents' speeches undergo translation, the meaning of the speech is tremendously tainted because the translation sounds very distant to a foreign ear, thus making it difficult to resonate with in our hearts. My life and my relationship with true parents has never been the same since I started learning Korean and studying their words. And I hope the same for you and for the readers of Mire, that you can also have this experience of, even if it's just little by little, to understand the Korean language and just the depth of the words and the phrases and the sentences that true parents use all the time, but maybe just goes over our heads or is translated into another language. I pray that you can also have this experience and then I can support you. So this concludes phase 1 of Mire, and I look forward to seeing you in phase 2. So keep up the good work and God bless. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, and take care.